Hey everybody, Star 6 Wars 1 here, and welcome to the next Months of Key video. For this one, we're going to be taking a look at Angel Beats. Okay, I want to get this out of the way right now. This will not be an entirely positive review. In fact, I will be probably bashing certain aspects of it. I want to state this right now. If you like Angel Beats, that is fine. But judging by this indication, you probably already suspected I do not. And I will give my valid reasons as to why this is. And we're going to start off this with the story. The story, for me at least, has a very interesting concept. Having young adults that had unfulfilled lives being sent to purgatory so that they can live out their lives, accept their deaths, so they can either probably go on to heaven or be reincarnated. I was never exactly sure which, and I'm not even sure the anime was. But, again, that's an interesting premise. That's a great premise. What does it do with that premise? Has dull moments in between trying to think of the operations of how we're going to escape purgatory and go against God, or attack Kanade, which got very old very quickly, and just feel very dull in early episodes with some very forced drama along the way. And a few moments of decent comedy, though I think most of it was groan-worthy. I'm sorry, the story is full of so much missed potential. You have a great premise there. Why does this feel like it misstepped everything? It feels like it meandered around for a while, and then when it actually got back to the whole purgatory thing, it was near the end of the goddamn anime. I'm sorry, the story pisses me off in so many directions. It's dull in early episodes. Its drama feels incredibly forced. And we'll get more into why that is with the next segment. And just to worsen the deal, any bits of the story I find that are taken seriously, it's just different and odd, and I think was done better in other anime. So the story feels like it could have been something great, but it wasn't. And that's really a shame, because it does have a decent premise. Next up, we get to my biggest problem of the anime, the characters. I want to stress again, if you like these characters, that is perfectly fine. I get why you would like them. Here's why I didn't. To be very blunt here, when I said the drama feels very forced, I just feel like the drama didn't mesh well with the characters at all. I don't know why, it just didn't. But, oh, that's not even getting into the little bits there. No, we aren't even the biggest problem. The characters, for the most part, have a completely weird range. Like, there are some good ones, like Yurippy, Yui, Otonashi. And Otonashi really is a debatable one because people may not like him. So, but everyone else is a hit or miss depending on your tastes. In fact, I'm going to say it right flat out. Every one of the character cast here is hit or miss depending on your tastes. And that really is a shame, because that could have been so much better. Because look at Clannad. Clannad, who was made only a few years before, had a great character cast and was amazing. And then you go to this, where the character cast is, in my opinion, one of the weakest he has made yet. In some regards, it's actually a weaker cast than Air. And Air had a pretty poor character cast overall. It's just, And you know what the sad part is? That's not even my biggest complaint with the characters. And this is probably one of my biggest problems with the entire anime in general. The backstories. What were they thinking? Oh, okay. For those of you who do not know, sad backstories can either help out a situation or completely hinder it, and can feel emotionally manipulative. Guess what? This is a case of the latter. A lot of the backstories feel very forced, and they're trying to be sad so they can make you cry. I admit that other key anime have done this before too. The difference is, most of the characters that had it there, you either cared about, or you just felt indifferent towards it and just didn't care. Angel Beats is by far the worst example for this. It has almost every backstory has to be tragic, and the few that aren't are just So basically, everything about the backstories feels forced and just feels contrived and just pain to watch. And some of them I just feel utterly felt they backfired. Sometimes when they're trying to have a sad moment, it's like, oh my god, it made the scenes very hard to watch sometimes, and not for good reasons. I hated the backstory parts of the anime, and almost just wish they were either a scene or two, and then just leave it a go. No. I'm going to talk about one more aspect, and I am going to be going into minor spoilers, maybe. But it's a key anime. You probably expect there is going to be a romance, and the romance feels underdeveloped. I've heard others call it forced. I wouldn't say forced, but it's severely underdeveloped. It feels like the romance aspect of it was very, very last minute, and I think it should have gotten a lot more focused than it actually did, because it feels severely underdeveloped. I don't like complaining about characters like this. I really don't. Characters, for me, make up the biggest aspect of any anime. But when a character cast fails, it makes an anime all the harder to enjoy. And that is the major problem for me with Angel Beats. I didn't enjoy the character cast at all, or with very few exceptions. So quite frankly, I couldn't enjoy the character cast to its fullest, even though it was a great character cast. Even though it could have been something great. But it just feels like it missteps everywhere. So overall, Next up is the animation, and I will admit this much. PA Works did a pretty damn good job. It is nothing like... It's not quite like the Kyoto Ani shows, which I kind of prefer their style a little bit. But PA Works did a pretty damn good job, and I really don't have complaints when it comes to animation. So, kudos there. Then we have the music. I will say this much. The opening and ending themes are pretty good. Nothing more needs to be said on them. The OST is also pretty good, but if we're being honest, I kinda prefer Clannad's. I don't know, a good chunk of the tracks just didn't do it for me here. Nothing against the soundtrack, just not my cup of tea. This anime felt very unsatisfying. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this was this anime I wanted to watch. I was excited to watch it, but its expectations completely disappointed me. This was a major disappointment. I was hoping to enjoy it, but I didn't. I was hoping it would be better than what it is. It isn't. I want to love the anime, but I didn't. Frankly, it feels like a lot of wasted potential. An ending that I incredibly don't know how to feel about it. And just everything else just makes it for an unsatisfying watch. It looks and sounds nice, but it doesn't give anything else other than that. And for me, that's not enough for an anime to hold out. I give Angel Beats a 5 out of 10. It's by no means a bad series. And I want to stress again, everything of what I've said here is my opinion. I can see where people like this anime. Hell, I can see why people would consider it some of their favorites. I don't. And I'm sorry that I don't, but I don't. It's an anime that I was incredibly disappointed with, and I'm more than likely probably not going to be watching it again anytime soon. Anyways, that's all from me. This has been Star 6 Wars 1, and I'll see you guys next time.